Welcome to On A Biz, a television program of international, regional and domestic events and a casual business talk. Today we are at the office of IEC, or International Engineering Public Company Limited. The company has made an announcement of such a plan in a recent press conference. So now let me bring you to that press conference.
Biz Overview.
IEC, or International Engineering Public Company Limited, recently held a press conference to announce its earnings and restructuring plan. As being a listed company in the Stock Exchange of Thailand, คุณภูษณะ ปรีมาโนช Chairman of the Board of Directors and คุณอัธวุฒิ เลาหภักดี Chief Executive Officer were at the press conference. คุณอัธวุฒิ said that IEC has gone through a business restructuring in the past few years by expanding from selling mobile telephones and accessories into alternative energy and information technology business. The company has built 3 solar farms in the north of Thailand and another plant to generate electricity from solid waste in Songkhla province in the south. All these plants are expected to start generating revenue soon. คุณภูษณะ added that IEC will maintain its existing telecommunication and IT business because they still have potential for growth. He also said that the company plans to raise its capital by 2 billion baht soon for investing in its various projects. In the Biz Chat, I will talk to คุณภูษณะ ปรีมาโนช Chairman of the Board of Directors of IEC. He will tell us about the overall business of IEC and projects of its renewable energy undertaking. So now please join me in the Biz Chat. Hello, คุณภูษณะ Thanks for joining I Am The Biz. I would like to start by asking you, could you tell us about the overall business pictures of your company, IEC?
Well, actually, I'm just a newly appointed chairman, but before that, I've been working for the company as advisors, I think for 15 months. During that time, we have done so many dramatic decisions in ways of the wastings, non-productive, business, such as the retail market of Nokia, some other business that they've been with IEC for more than 30 years, which are not very productive. For example, selling some switchgear, electrical apparatus to electrical companies in Thailand like PA, Provincial Electricity Authority of Thailand. Then, after doing a lot of the diversifications, and we have found that the root of the business should remain on the telecommunication broadcasting, and we said that's not enough. We should find something as an alternative in order to strengthen the company's balance sheets. So we introduced a lot of the newly, the technologies in terms of the green energies, such as the solar farm, and so on. Overall business of IEC in general, IEC it could be this day we internally we call IEC's I is mean information, which is E stands for energies, and then the last one the C, which is some sort of consortium or combination of the telecommunication broadcast. So I is informations, E energies, and the last one communications. on the parenthesis, which is the telecommunication and broadcasting. This is the overall. What behind all those we want to be, and actually we are a technology-driven company. We have invented very remarkable products, outstanding in the world, together with Imperial College London, Chulalongkorn University, and King Mongkut University, of Lat Krabang. We come up with the new products that prevent sheddings for the PV cells. Put in more perspective, when the sun's coming in with a cloud, when by the time that the cloud reflects to the PV panels, then the productive is gone. So we have done some remarkable technologies superimposed into a product at the later stage, and we have installed it, tested it right now, and it's worked quite well. We are in the process of register the patents, international patents, and we need at the next stage is to seek for Thai approval from PEA. Then we can start doing commercializations.
Khun Pusana, recently the company also have told the public about your plan to raise capital. Could you tell us about when and how much will be raised for the company?
The raising fund program, we started around end of October. The proceedings would be at the amount of about 2 billion baht. Actually, it's to pursue the directions of the company's strategies in terms of expanding the existing business and seeking for new renewables projects.
So it will be raised in October.
Yes.
And it will be finished by then.
Hopefully, the transfer of the proceeding will become into our company account around the second week of November. So it's ready for for expansions at the beginning of the year, next year.
And this will be by selling more share to current investor?
Yeah, into instruments, basically there are three types of instruments. One is the RO, which is rights offerings. We give to the existing shareholders at the ratio of about 3-1. Price-wise would be about 3.5 stang, because they are so good for us. We oblige for them, being a company, they are very helpful in the past. And the second program on the private placement, seeking for someone who interested in the new, the company ventures, and most of them, will be from overseas. In Singapore, we have actually plan to do the roadshow in Singapore, Hong Kong, and also London. Again, the same proceeding. The outcome of the proceeding will be to cover the expansion of the business. Third one is for we call ESOP, employee stock options programs. Mainly is functions for someone who's been working in the company for so long time. So we open some sort of window opportunities for them to come back and help the company to invest the company. But in the ESOP, they have 3 years for exercise. They cannot, 100% exercise at the day one. Is pro rata, into 3-year basis.
Khun Pusana, you have said that IEC, which is a listed company known for its telecommunication business, is expanding into renewable energy industry. Could you tell us more about this plan of expansion?
Yeah, thank you. The thinking scheme behind it is, as a telecommunication operators, the profit margins is very tight now. The telecom sectors is quite competitive, and we used to retailing, doing the retailing business on the mobile. We cannot compete with the, some SME company. So we manage, to divest all those business which is not very competitive for us. Then we seeking for opportunity to, find something that have a long run return. Definitely a very good rate of interest of return, and that is on the renewable energies. The decision have been made even before me become a chairman. I came here and I support the decision, and I am trying to come up with the new technologies, to be a value added to all those, the renewable projects that we are doing. So far, we have about 10 megawatts of the solar farm spreading all around the countries. We have one, perhaps the best one so far in Thailand, is the municipal solid waste power plant in Thai is Khaya. We from Khaya, we then create into a power, and this plant is located in Hat Yai. For next years, we will be very busy in trying to optimize all those plants and make sure that revenue schemes coming into our target as we predicted.
Okay, so why the company decide to take on the renewable energy now, not before? Is there any particular reason for this moment?
Well, you see, in the world, if you talk about in the world, three basics, industrial fields that a lot of listed companies love to go is telecommunications, energies, and perhaps informations. That's why as IEC, we think I stands for informations, E for us is energy, and C, communication, which is a combines of the telecom and broadcasting. And we are in those three sectors simultaneously or at the same time.
And with the coming of AEC, which is ASEAN Economic Community, in the next few years, how IEC position itself in terms of telecom and energy business in the region?
Yeah, we're working with many neighboring countries, Myanmar, and also in Laos. We're trying to seek for what we call special trading zone, which is nothing to do with. It's a collaboration between governments. In this case, it's Myanmar government, Thai governments. We learned, for example, certain places up north, Masai, and perhaps the bit up north to the west side, which is the Mesot. Government got a policy to create a special trading zone. We want to be technology providers and service providers in terms of providing ICT and energy for them. It doesn't mean that we would be one. Definitely we will be among of the major suppliers from EGAT, PA, and so on.
So in this break, we have learned about the overall business pictures of IEC. In the next break, we will go into specific details of each project of IEC. So please stay tuned with us. Now we would like to get into more specific each project of the IEC. So could you tell us what are the current solar energy projects of IEC?
Our main, the bread and butter, this day remains on three solar, the power plants, and which are spreading all around the country. The very first one, which will be connected to the national grid, in other words, electric company, so we can get the very first revenue in around the 10th of September, which is not many days from now.
Okay.
That one is located in Rampur province, Ampere Meta. The capacity is not very big, but it's about 2 megawatts, enabling to generate revenue for the company about 3 to 4 million baht per month. But it constantly for next 10 years, 25 years, so on. The second one, it's just following to the first. The capacity is more than double. Instead of being 2 megawatts, the second one will be about 5.25 megawatt. The site is located in the Mesot, near the border, Tak province. We expect to commissioning this one around November this year. The third one, 2 months after that, another solar farms located in Chiang Mai, 2 megawatts in the Ampere Mae Malai, the Chiang Mai province. Apart from these three, we have finished installations and fabrications of one of the very tops, the solid waste power plant in Hat Yai. Capacity about 6.7 megawatt. This project, we very pleased to say that we partner 50% with ECO. and we expect to commissioning these power plants around beginning of next year. So all these three and another one, 3 solar and one solid waste power plant, all these 4 power plants altogether could generate substantial revenue to the company. And we expect the EBITDA of overall, including telecommunication sales of the company, would be around 400 to 500 million baht for the year of 2014.
So now you have solar power plant and then solid waste power plant.
Yes.
Is there any reason why you choose all the solar plant in the north?
Well, definitely very easy. So, rule of the time, a lot of rain down south. It's very difficult because one, the rain is there, it's disturbed the propaganda of the sun rays. And why it have to be solid waste, not necessarily to be at the south, but fortunate and unfortunate, depending how you look at it, a lot of waste in Hat Yai. Then we be requested to do it because we actually innovated a lot of technologies. It's not just collecting the garbage and put the landfill. So we have a lot of new technology into the ball games. A lot of machinery is there. Investment, for example, for that plant, I think so far about 700 million baht.
700 million baht.
Yes, yes.
Quite substantial investment. Also, by the end of this year, the company IEC will start to generate revenue from solar cell. And when you're going to start generate revenue from the solid waste plant?
Beginning of next year.
Okay. So in combination, the revenue from the energy, both the solar and the solid waste, will account for how much for the company?
Well, company got 2 main sectors. The other one, which we have mentioned, is about the telecommunications, more or less telecommunication engineering sales, to all those all state enterprises like Communication Authority of Thailand, TOT, and so on. Basically, between 2 sectors, the EBITDA, about 80% from the energy, leaving 20% to the telecommunications. But in terms of sales, it worked the other way around. Telecommunications, the fulfill around 80% of our total revenues, leaving 20% on the energies. Simply because of when you do what we call buy and sales, you got a very slim profit margin, 10, 20, 30%. But in terms of the energy, renewable energy in particular, there's not so much maintenance and not so much cost of goods sold. Therefore, the profit margin is almost equal to the revenue, less very little expenses.
Can you tell us a little bit about the technology for your solar farm? For example, where the technology come from in terms of the solar panels?
Well, it's state of the art, to be honest. State of the art, mainly the inverter, which is part to convert, from some power, DC power to the AC power. That one from Germany. I don't want to mention the brand, they don't give me anything. The other things is the second best in the world, also from Japan, and also from China. But what we are proud of, apart from that we have actually designed a newly, product, which could be, honestly, could be conformed as a world-class product. We call light conditioners. What I mean by light conditioners, in the normal circumstances where there is a sun and cloud, normally the cloud, will reflect some shadows or some shade over the PV. Technically, they will lose some capacities. We come up with the idea to eliminate the loss of those capacities and increase, the performance by 36%. We already tested, fabricated, and installed. And this product is one of the very top in the global. And we start to selling this product next year, the product called light conditioner. You may ask why we have this product and how, because I come from the technology side of it. I'm still very active at Imperial College. Then in turn, we use Imperial College labs together with Chulalongkorn universities in addition to Lat Krabang, KMUT, it's difficult to pronounce, King Mongkut University of Technologies and so on. All these forces, they combined together, we come up with the world-class products being registered as the international patents, and we very proud. And IEC in this case, become the beneficial party of whatever the benefit behind those patents.
And let me get it right, and also for our audience, the product is called line.
Conditioner.
Conditioner, L-I-N-E.
Yeah, line. Okay. It's like line. Yeah.
Okay, and its main purpose is to
improve the efficiency.
To get more power from the sun.
Trying to get more power when the sun is being blocked to the panels, with a cloud, for example, or dust.
Okay, and you have mentioned about solar energy and then solid waste. Do you have any idea or interested in any other source of renewable energy in the near future?
We have done substantial studies. Wind, is not very feasible because there are two things about it. In Thailand overall as regions, there are not so many winds in every single spot of the country, mainly in certain parts like Mahasaraka, Prachuap, and so on. So typically wind renewable, energies is not 100% suited to our strategies, but PV, photovoltaics, yes, is one of them. The other one that we're very interested in, it's the thermal solar. It's not using photovoltaic cell or panel anymore. You convert from the solar ray going to the heat, and then from the heat, generate steams. By the product of steam, use a turbine to generate electricity. There's a lot of new technologies coming into the world. We are working with many frontiers companies, including GE, and we think that this one, could be a new vehicles of the eras in the IEC, and we could innovate this product to the country next year. What benefit about it? Solar could provide in a day, let's say where the sun there between 6 and 6, but what happened after 6 to 10, in which is the time that there's a lot of demand, but then no one can do it except the power from power company. And this one, solar thermal, actually is the answer.
Okay, that's interesting. And apart from your solar farm in the north, Chiang Mai, Lamphun, and Tam, and this solid waste plant in Hat Yai, you plan any more plant in the near future?
The market to obtain the license is very competitive. Markets, I learned, is closed. Very unfortunate, it's government policies. They're trying to go with the rooftop, side-up system. We are going to rooftop, following the guidelines set forth by Ministry of the Energy. But we would like, if the media is there, could echo, our intention. We like to create more and more PV because that experience is there for people who install it, and the break even analysis is there. It's not only IEC, but this sort of the product PV, I think should be coming back to the country. I wish that the regulatory bodies could revisit the decisions and allow to have more license.
Today, I on A Biz would like to thank Kun Pusana a lot for sharing his company plan with us. We will certainly come back again when all these renewable energy projects go full stream in the very near future. ขอบคุณคุณพุษณามากนะครับ
ครับ
Thanks for watching Eye on A Biz today. I hope you have learned something from our program. I hope to see you again next week. Bye for now.